one of the ruling classes, you don't sit around blaming people for this or that, or this or that. That's not your job. Your job is not to sit around and be pointing fingers at people. Yes, your job. They said what they wanted to say. They did what they wanted to do. That's fine. To make sure their thoughts and words don't control and sit in your system and don't overwhelm you. You will learn how to deactivate other people's thoughts. And one of the ways to deactivate it is to wake up in the morning and move your body. Whatever you need to do, right? The reason I was saying aggression is men release, their body is built differently. Whatever they are going to be activated upon is going to be blah, 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 right? Women, our own activation is different. So I don't, my own method is, I'm not interested. There's a way, right? Because you do know that how you exercise also shapes your body. Yeah? A man's body, you want muscle, go to get muscle, you will punch. You will do things. Well, use all those energy, spend it all in the gym, and take back all that energy back to build your system. So that's one of the things, people convert energy. What people are doing at you, you can convert it and be more productive. Instead of sitting around and complaining and whining, you can get up, use all the energy and deactivate it and let that thoughts fly away into oxygen. That's one of the things of the ruling class. How long can you sit around blaming and complaining about other people? You cannot control them. You can control yourself. One of the ways you control yourself, try making yourself exercise. Focus on that, because that will change your life forever. More than anything else. Add to it some form of prayer. That is it. That's your freedom. It's one of the freedom. Now, some people use it to escape thoughts they don't want to encounter. So I'm just giving you one. That's why when I teach, I give you many things you can do. The most permanent, lasting transformation is to face your inner reality. And I'm saying once you faced it, you will leave people alone. You will now add this on top. Because many people use exercise to escape. Because it's like shopping. You go into the gym, energy is released immediately. It converts energy into, it goes straight into your cells, and your cells is like, we're good to go. Yeah, immediate. Go to the gym, spend 1 hour. The person that goes in and the person that comes out, you are energized. So some people do that every day, but when that wears out, some people will now use coffee again to create a spike in the afternoon to raise their vibration. Some people will use Coca-Cola. Can I tell you guys something? Remember I talked about America as an example, consumerism. How ruling class uses sugar is different. What it does for ruling class is different from what it does to people who are not productive. Ruling class consume more sugar than an average regular person. Go and look at the history of Coke and everything. It's medicine, pure medicine. But the person who is not burning energy, who is not building anything, it stores in their system. So it corrodes, right? Energy has to move. Ruling class consumes more energy. They take it, they consume more pleasure, they consume more food, but it doesn't stay on them. They use it, they burn it. Because they are moving. As long as you are moving around, as long as you are happy, as long as you are productive, the amount of energy that comes into your system, if the one leaving you that you're using in different work is more, right? You will live in a certain state that there's no excesses. So it's either you move your body, you move your mind, you move your spirit. As long as you are moving and consume, the more you want to do and produce in the world, the more energy you're going to need to consume. And the more energy you consume, the more energy that flows inside you. So you notice that people who are productive, they're more healthy because their system is circling, energy is moving constantly. And they drink more coffee, they drink this because they are producers. And they need more activation, more energy. Because the mind to function and produce functions and produce at the level of how they can energize themselves. However, if regular people touch what they are touching and eat the way they are eating and drink coffee the way they are drinking or drink Coca-Cola the way they are drinking, that's when you find excesses at the bottom because nobody is telling them. Only consume what you are going to use. But if you are using more, you will consume more. People who sit down and do this, they now use, it's now emotional stuff. They are sitting on emotion that they're supposed to be burning away and getting rid of. Energy you're supposed to be burning away and getting rid of into the hair. They will now sit down, this person did me this, and then they will now, what do? Eat more, take in more energy, and then it stays in the system. Why? Because negative energy is propelling negative behavior. They're funding funkiness. So that's one of the things I've seen. Trust me, Warren Buffett and all of them, they eat more junk food. I'm not recommending junk food, though. Go and read their story. But you know it doesn't stay in their system. That's the key. It's not staying dormant. As it is coming in, they are using, and the excess is going out. That's the key to producers. Life is beautiful, but don't go excess. Excess is a condition not necessarily based on input, it is based on output. How you burn energy, what comes out of you. Remember, Jesus says, not what goes into a man, but it's what comes out of a man. This is another, right? Jesus said it. Yeah, right? People will be so focused on, look at what that person is doing. Look at what that person is eating what they like eating to their desire. And you and the people who judge, what are they taking in judgment? So America, so everybody is eating and doing whatever they please. And as they should. Their choices, their decisions, it's their choice. But if you're somebody raised not to honor other people's choice, to be overriding it, you're coming from a culture that looks, you're not, why do you know many people who say America is this, America is this? Continue. You look inside your own culture and see what your culture has produced before you start judging another culture that has produced wealth for its people. Some people still think their culture is more superior than another person's culture. Is that even the matter? The matter is, what has your culture produced for you? Did it produce peace and wealth and joy? Or is it the same script that is making you go, You see, when people look inside themselves, they will stop judging. They will start appreciating. This is one of the things people have to shift. Many people will say, culture, I'm this, I'm that. Take pride. You see, pride and arrogance. Check inside that, look a little closer, tell the truth. How do you feel? Not just, you can say, oh my culture, but what have you produced with it? That belief system, what has it given to you? And I'm saying this because you will learn how to take the flesh, the fish. Thank God for your culture. But if you refuse to interrogate what is right and what can be improved on in your own culture, but you are busy staring at another person's culture and judging them, you are swallowing everything up. So go into the things influencing you. What part of that culture do you love? Adopt it. And the excesses that it has produced in your life that you don't love, well, exercise spiritual power to unsubscribe. Try it. Because America knows how to unsubscribe. When they see something going this way, they say, no, I'm not going with you. Huh? When they see somebody dragging this way, they'll say, We're not going. At least at a minimum, they know how to detach. That's freedom. And they know how to attach. And self-control will allow you to back off when whatever is influencing you is taking you where you shouldn't go. That is self-control. You know how to use the system. And when it is getting funky, you're like, actually, that's what you do in meetings, you know. If you get to the highest level, you'll be dragging it this way, dragging it this way. That's one of the things I also watch my dad do. Everybody will be doing, hey, you'll be like, well, actually, while I understand your thoughts, your opinion, and I respect it, just so you know, my own stand is this way. I'm not in your way, but I just want it to be known that I'm not participating in that. That's why they will say, oh, you that agree, say hi. They're giving you permission to say no. That's one of the things about America. The permission to say no, I'm not participating, and the permission to do at will what you want to do, right? Respect that. I'm not saying all of it is, but go into your culture and see if you have that in your culture. If you can say no and back off, and they will respect you. No, they will drag you. If anybody that says no, they will parade the person. Let me leave you guys alone. That culture people are carrying. You try backing off and saying no to your script writers, no to your power orchestrators, no to your domineering figure. No, that's when you will know the spirit powering what people are carrying around. Try to be free. Try to say no. That's when you hear the noise. When you say no, that system is activated. Huh? Who said no? How dare you say no? Who said no? Who said no? You said no? How dare you say no? Nobody has been saying no since you are saying no. You mean no? That is this. That system is activated by no. And God said, resist the enemy. That's no. And you are in a system that doesn't like no. It always says yes, yes, yes. Yes is puppets. Bow, 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 yes, 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 yes. Whenever you enter a system that is expecting yes, 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 and the day you say no and they snap at you, that's the spirit that doesn't respect another human's decision. That's controlling. Okay. Bye, guys. Merry Christmas. Enjoy. Yes. On point. Yes.